UGC, GTX, and more recently Thunder Smash. These big money tournaments usually make the same mistake when it comes to advertising, which is they focus way too much on the money itself. Everything else ends up becoming secondary, and that usually ends up hurting them. Reason why is because they typically need a high amount of attendees or attention in order to justify the monetary investment. But most potential attendees are looking for a tournament experience that caters to them in some way, and not necessarily just money. What usually ends up happening then is that these big money tournaments end up relying heavily on top players to promote them, but top players also end up falling short. I remember in the lead up to GTX, a bunch of top players were saying things like, "This is such a huge opportunity for the Smash community," but in reality that translates to, "This is such a huge opportunity for people who can already make top 8 to make more money by making top 8. That's not to say that the Smash community doesn't deserve to have more money, and I am a huge believer that basically more money should be in the scene. Issue is that the way that we're currently going about it, funny enough, ends up doing the exact opposite for us. Now let's look at some examples real quick. Year 1, Shine got 1,743 entrants, with a $9,860 pot for Melee and a $4,830 pot for Smash 4. Year 1, Super Smash Con had over 1,052 entrants, with a $15,860 Melee pot and a $17,390 Smash 4 pot. In comparison, UGC with its $20,000 pot bonus per game got 467 entrants. GTX, with a guaranteed 30,000 pot per game, got 744 entrants. More recently, Thunder Smash got 82 entrants with their winner-takes-all style tournament, with first place winning $20,000. But sometime after, we had two of the biggest tournaments in Smash history back-to-back, EVO 2019 and Super Smash Con 2019. That said, EVO did get a bunch of money this year due to the sheer amount of entrants contributing to the pot. So, what do we know about the tournaments that succeeded despite the lack of money? EVO. EVO is one where, despite how much people may criticize it, stuff like that, fact of the matter is, there's a story there, there's an opportunity to build your brand there, and it is the pinnacle of fighting game tournaments. It is the big fighting game tournaments, the one that can be on TV. So, I mean, that stuff doesn't go away regardless of high payout or low payout. On the other hand, Shine, Super Smash Con, both of those promoted themselves as very attendee-friendly events. So, Shine in particular has a bunch of mini tournaments that you can take part in. Basically, if you're not in like the regular bracket, if you're like you went 0-2, whatever the case may be, fact of the matter is you have stuff to do afterwards, during, whatever. Just fun stuff to do there that keeps you part of the experience. Super Smash Con, on the other hand, Super Smash Con was billed as a convention, and in that there are panels, there's a huge artist alley, there's so much stuff to see, so much stuff to buy, there's cosplay contests, so many different things that make it way more than the tournament, and people are really into that, which is why it consistently happens to be one of the biggest tournaments each year. So then, what can we learn from this? Basically, focusing on the attendee experience, focusing on rather the experience for attendees who are not top players, tends to be way more successful than just focusing on the money, focusing on the esports experience, focusing on the top players, if you want to have like a successful tournament in the Smash community anyways. And same thing probably applies to FGC, but for now, Smash community, because let's not open that can of worms right now. So that's the lesson for that. Beyond the Summit actually does a really good job with this. So if you look at this graphic, you can see, yeah, there's a pot bonus. Yeah, this decides a bunch of the Summit invitees, but if you look at the reasons to attend, it's all cool stuff that people might be interested in. So 24-hour venue is awesome for people like me who like to fiend at 2 a.m. Cheap lodging takes into account that traveling for a tournament can be super expensive for people who aren't on a team, and that it usually isn't worth it a lot of the time. The Roast of Bobby Scar provides entertainment for viewers and attendees alike, so on and so forth. Now, whether the event ends up being a success, we'll see, but the graphic's a great start for a promotion. Recently, Thunder Smash has picked up a bunch of people in the community, and it seems like it's a great start to improving their own tournament experience, but without directly addressing the issues that people have had with Thunder Smash in the past, people are going to continue to be skeptical about them. So to you guys at Thunder Smash, I suggest that you guys directly address the community about various missteps, about what your plans are for the community, about why you're picking up so many people, so on and so forth. I feel like that's going to be the best way to go in terms of engaging with the community and helping them really understand where you guys are coming from. And it's going to help to alleviate some fears and lower some skepticism a good bit. To the top players, on the other hand, who have any stake in either Thunder Smash or any of the big money tournaments, to you guys, I suggest thinking back to a time when it was harder for you to make a top 8. What sort of things would get you out to a tournament? And then talk about those things when you have to promote a tournament. It'll make it feel way more genuine, and people will be way more interested in actually coming out and attending, because it's like, oh, hey, well, there's actually this thing that I might want to do, or there's actually this thing that I really have to experience. Beyond that, I just think that sort of community-focused thinking is going to be way more sustainable for us in the long run, at least in the position that we're in right now. There's also a conversation about invitationals, but that's for like another time. In the state that we're in right now, fact of the matter is, best way for us to help these big money tournaments help us is to focus on everyone who's going to a tournament, because again, historically, that's the best way to have a large, high-performing, high-attendance tournament. Beyond that, pretty much all I have to say about this particular topic. If you liked this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment or any questions, bitter invectives, whatever the case may be. But yeah, that's it for this time. I'll see you guys next time.